So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Google and you'll type in Nearpod into Google. All right.
Okay.
Type in Nearpod. You'll click on the Nearpod link. When you get to Nearpod, unfortunately I'm logged in, so it's not gonna show you exactly what you're gonna see, but you're gonna see 3 different options. And under the first option is gonna say join class with code. I'm gonna give you guys the code now to join that class. All right. Give me 1 second.
Man, you have a lot of tabs up here.
Oh, don't tab shame, please. Please don't tab shame. I do have a lot of that's going on, but I am opening the now. So this.
So do I just put that code? I have absolutely no emails up here. Like nothing new. I checked my inbox, my drafts, junks, trash. Well, I don't need junk or trash, but all mail I didn't find anything up there either. Yeah, nothing up there either.
So once you copy and paste that code in chat, I should be able to see you good. I have 1 person in there already. I'll wait for everybody else to go ahead and get logged in and in there as well.
But I can't even get into the Google Classroom.
I'm going to walk you through that in a second. Don't worry about that right now. Just focus on the Nearpod right now and getting into the Nearpod.
Okay.
Now I'll walk you through the Google Classroom in a second. All right, let me check. She's in. All right, I have 3 people in. I have Ajibola good. I have Abdul.
It's saying invalid code.
Invalid code. You tried this code right here. BLXJ. All right, let's hurry up and make our way, guys.
I share my screen. I'm serious. It's actually saying please enter valid code.
Okay, did you copy and paste the code, or did you type it in yourself?
Type it in myself.
Okay, copy and paste the code from the chat.
I don't.
Go to Zoom, copy that code that I typed in, and then paste it into Nearpod.
It's not letting me join. I'm being like really serious. It's not even.
No problem. I'll share it to your email now. Okay. So go to your email, kid300. I'm gonna go ahead and just share it with you that way. All right. So you should have it. I did it to your email now, Farouk. So check your email. You should have it there. Okay. All right, we're going to get started while we're waiting for the remainder of everybody. So I think I have pretty much everybody on. I have Issa, I have Abdul, Ajibola, I have Muhammad Bryant, Naeem, very good, Umar. Awesome. Just waiting on a couple people here. Let's see. We're missing.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I can't get on to the Nearpod because my Google Chrome won't allow me to because it says all snap like when I try to type it in. So
Will you try to type in nearpod.com?
Mm-hmm.
It won't let you go to that website?
No.
Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, you'll be able to follow. I'm going to share my screen anyway, so you'll be able to follow along on my screen, okay? All right. All right, so we have everybody in now. Thank you, Farouk. You're in now. All right, so we're going to get started, guys. So welcome to Opti Stars, of course. I'd like you guys to keep your cameras on. If you can, stay muted until I call upon you guys to answer a question or to do any reading. And make sure you guys type your first and last name into the chat for attendance purposes, just so that make sure that we have everybody here, okay? So if you haven't typed your name into the chat, please make sure you do that. First and last name into the chat. I'll give you guys a second to do that. And if two of you guys in the same space, make sure you type both people's first and last name into the chat as well. Thank you. Give you guys a couple seconds.
Excuse me, what's the code?
What's the Nearpod code? You said what's the Nearpod code, or?
No, I see it.
Okay. Thank you again. Make sure you type your first and last name into the chat, everybody. All right, awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and head back over. Once you type your first and last name into the chat, go ahead and head back over to Nearpod, and we'll go ahead and continue. All right, so agenda for the class always follows the same kind of timeline, just to make sure you guys are aware. First 20 minutes will be our fitness challenge. We'll take a 10-minute break, then we'll start class at 3:30, and we'll go to 4:30. Today we're going to be continuing our budgeting conversation, and then from 4:30 to 4:40, we'll try to take a break somewhere, either a 5 or 10-minute break there, and then we'll get into our group discussion or group activity at the end. All right. All right, so just want to give you guys an update of what it's going to look like. So today we're going to be continuing our budgeting conversation. Next class in 2 weeks, we're going to get into our Welcome to Adulthood activity, where we're getting a life based on what you want to be in the future. You'll get this life, you'll get a salary, you'll get these different things, and then we'll have activities based around what you're going to be doing in the future. And the following week, you're going to create a salary-based budget based on your job, where you want to live, what you want to drive, all those different.
We can't hear you.
And begin investing with you guys. All right. So
sorry, I'm sorry, Brother Hamza. It looks like you broke off and we didn't hear a chunk of what you were saying.
Oh, no problem. What was the last thing that was heard? I'm sorry.
It was like
Really, they're gonna get a salary, something along those lines.
Oh, gotcha. So yes. So the first week, I'm gonna go back on my slide real quick, just so you can follow along. So I said the first week, November 8th, we're gonna basically give you guys a salary based on the profession that you want to do in the future, or you want to be in the future. We're going to be doing some activities around that profession, and learning what it's like to be an adult, and how basically salaries are done, what your credit score needs to look like, all these different things around kind of the general idea of being an adult and some of the things you need to start paying attention to. And then November 22nd, we're going to take that salary that you've gotten now, and we're going to really create a budget around that salary based on where you want to live, what kind of place you want to live in. Do you want to live in an apartment, a house? Do you want to be married? Are you going to be single? What kind of car you want to drive? All of these different activities, all of these different things, health insurance, car insurance, everything. And we're going to create a salary-based budget around all of that. So I want you guys to start getting in the habit of seeing or understanding what it's going to take in the future for you guys to live the kind of life that you guys want to live. Right. And then to today's objectives, can somebody read Farouk Mustafa, can you read this for us, please? Objectives.
Examine the difference between needs and wants. Practice managing money by calculating income and expenses. Learn tips for budgeting your money and how to save money. Create a budget for your own income and expenses.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, so real quick, we're going to do a quick review of what we talked about last week. The first thing we're going to kind of go over some vocabulary. Muhammad Bryant, can you go over these vocab words from last week, please?
Budget, a spending and saving plan based on estimated income and expenses for individuals or an organization that covers a specific time period. Personal investment, a personal sets her money aside for future income to meet long-term goals. Budgeting, to plan your money and how much will be used and how much will be invested compared to how much you plan on earning. Wealth is the abundance of value, financial assets, or physical possessions minus your debt.
Very good. Thank you, sir. And we talked about that last week, really about that wealth aspect. Wealth is not how much money you have, right? That's not how wealthy you are. Wealth is how much money you have compared also in relation to how much you owe, right? So if I have $100,000 in the bank, but I owe 200,000, right? Then I'm negative $100,000 in the hole. So I'm very poor indeed. Whereas if I have $50,000 in my bank account and I owe $0, then I'm positive $50,000, and I'm much richer than the person with $100,000, or much wealthier, I should say, than the person with $100,000 in their account. If that makes sense for you guys. Thank you, Bryant. All right. Second thing, what we talked about last week was we talked about 6 reasons why you need a budget. Can somebody, Yusuf, can you read the 6 reasons why you need a budget that we talked about last week?
Number 1, it helps you keep your eye on the prize. Number 2, it helps ensure you don't spend money you don't have. Number 3, it helps lead to a happy retirement. Number 4, it helps you prepare for emergencies. Number 5, it helps shed light on bad spending habits. And number 6, it's better than counting sheep.
All right, and just to kind of touch on each of those, right? Helps you keep your eyes on the prize, meaning it helps you stay focused as to what your goals are. When you have a budget, you plan based on what goals you have set for yourself. Number 2, right? We talked about it helps keep track of spending money you don't have. I owe this money. I know that I can't spend it if I have a budget. If I have a budget, I've already put that money to the side. If I didn't put it to the side, then I could end up spending it, right? Because I haven't set it forth in a budget yet. All right. It helps you lead to happier retirement. Obviously, long-term goals, putting money aside for long-term goals. Prepare for emergencies. You want to have emergency money to the side in case something were to happen. Like we talked about last week, people, when COVID hit, a lot of people lost their jobs and they didn't have any emergency money put to the side. You know, they were living paycheck to paycheck, and a lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people lost their apartments, different things like that. So you want to make sure you have and prepare for an emergency. Sheds light on bad spending habits. You start focusing and seeing, dang, I spend a lot of money on fast food. Like I need to start thinking about that when I go out now. I need to start being a little bit more cognizant of that and understanding, dang, I shouldn't spend a lot of money on shoes. Maybe I shouldn't buy so many shoes. You know, you start thinking about those things more cognizantly. And then number 6, it's better than counting sheep, right? You're not going to stay up all night thinking about how am I going to afford to pay this bill? How am I going to afford to pay that bill? Because you planned ahead and you plan accordingly. So you'll sleep well. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with today. All right. So a couple quick activities, a little do now for you guys. I want you guys to go ahead and do this quick activity. A student has an allowance of $20 a week, really basic activity. All right. He wants to buy lunch at school for $3.50 every day. Does this student have enough money to buy lunch for the week? Little simple math problem. I want you guys to go ahead and write directly on the screen. Let me see that. I got you. Here you go.
Daddy, how can I see them?
Yeah, see that.
Such
All right.
here.
Mm-hmm.
I see here.
All right, very good.
You here.
Thank you, Farouk. Mustafa, I can see your work there.
I don't like it when you scream.
I'm not used to drawing on the laptop.
I know it's a little tough, right? It takes a little practice getting used to. Want to see how you guys process. He just wrote no. I want to see the work. Tell me why no, Abdul. Okay, very good. Thank you. Let me call him.
Mom, Dad.
Wait, I just realized, is
What
this
did you get me?
person going to school all 7 days a week?
Say it again, Farouk.
Is this person going to school all 7 days a week?
5 days a week.
Wait, but in the assignment, it doesn't specify. So,
Well, you know how many days a week school is, right?
yeah.
How many people go to school 7 days a week?
Or I was just making sure because the wording didn't make sense.
I got you. It's 5 days a week. All right, so it's very simple, right? We know it costs $350 every day. So at the end of the week, we know we're going to school for 5 days a week, $350 a day. Is that a yes or no? Can somebody walk us through it? Is that a yes or no? And why?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Mustafa, go ahead and tell us, is that a yes or a no and why?
Daddy.
I'm not done. Okay, but yeah, it's yes, right? Yeah, it should be enough money to for the 5 days
How much would it take?
per day. I
No, how
mean
much would it take for the week?
5, right?
Say again?
5 days, right? Sorry,
Yeah, 5 days. 5 days.
yeah. So basically, where I was going, I was trying to divide 20 by 3.5.
Okay.
I was going to then see
See
how
how
much.
many days?
Yeah, it
Okay.
would, but then no. So
All right. So for the week, if we're taking 5 and we're taking 5 times 375, how much is that? Sadiq,
7.
your sister's on the phone.
17.5, right?
Thank you. $17.50. Thank you. Right. Very simple. Math, here you go, sir. Sadiq. 17.5. Very good. Thank you. So you do have enough money. Let's go ahead and go to the second one. Sadiq, Suhair's talking to you. Come get it. Come get it.
Can I read this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, a woman has a part-time job that pays $11.50 an hour, and she works 22 hours per week. She gets paid every 2 weeks. How much money does she make per paycheck? Is this another math question? Okay.
I see it. I see it. Because I didn't see, because here's on your project. Yeah, what? Hey. I'm thinking what I'm thinking.
yeah, the thing, what's it called? Can't really draw on it. Can I just type in the answer?
Yeah, you can type it in. You don't have to draw. You can actually type in the text as well. There's 2 options. You can either draw or just type in text.
Oh, no.
I'm going to see what your answers are. So we're asking how much does she get paid in her paycheck?
Wait.
Okay. right. So how much do you get paid at the end of 2 weeks?
In a second.
All right, very good. Thank you, Naeem. Great math calculation. So what we're doing is taking that $22 per hour for that first week, multiplying it by 1150, which is what she makes each hour, and we end up with $253. So that's how much she makes at the end of 1 week. But we know she gets paid every 2 weeks, so we take that 253 multiplied by 2 because obviously it's 2 weeks, and we're left with 506. Thank you, Naeem. All right, I see most of you guys were able to get that. Most of you guys were able to get that answer, which is good. So basic understanding, basic calculation of how to calculate your paycheck, how to think about hourly wages, all that good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and do this quick fill in the blank, see what you guys know. I'm gonna have somebody go ahead and answer those for us.
Daddy. Sure, bye.
Umar, I'm gonna come to you. Okay, Umar. I'm gonna
Daddy.
have you do the fill in the blank for us here in a second. I'm gonna give you a second to finish up.
Dad, you put something on.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. All right, Umar, let's go ahead and see what you got. Go ahead and fill in those blanks for us. What you got?
Okay, so it's your expenses. Expenses is the first one.
Yep,
And-
very good.
and
Your
then,
expenses are the things that you spend money on.
yeah, things that you want to do that cost money is entertainment.
Very good.
Your income is the money that you earn, like from a job.
Very good.
A plan that you have of what you spend your money on is called the budget.
Very good.
You usually have to pay for utilities with your rent. The
Good.
place you live is called shelter.
All right, very good. All basic vocab for what we're going to be talking about today. Thank you. All right, and I see most of you guys are done. Muhammad Bryant, Najibullah. Muhammad, very good. Muhammad Bryant, Issa, and Najibullah. Waiting on you guys. We'll go ahead and move forward. All right, so let's do a little reading and learning. Let's talk about needs versus wants. Let's go and get Naeem. Naeem, can you read this slide for us, please? Need versus a want.
Okay. Needs versus wants. Money is how we pay for things. It is also how we live. We need money to buy our food, shelter, and entertainment. These are things we need and a want. Money is used to pay for things you need and want. What you need are things you can't live without. What you want are things you can live without.
Very good. So very big difference between a need versus a want. Need is something you cannot live without, something that you have to have.
You're trailing off again, Brother Hamzat. We can't hear you.
Okay, let's get somebody else to go and read that for us. Let's get Abdul Farouk Kamaru. Can you read this for us?
All right. Money is how we pay for things. It is also.
Oh no, we're on needs versus wants. The second page.
Okay. Needs are food, shelter, utilities, and laundry. Wants are TV, internet, clothes, and entertainment.
Would anybody disagree with this simple list? Is there anything on the want side that people feel like is a need, and anything on the need side that people feel like is not necessary and it's just a want?
Well, in this day and age, you kind of need the internet.
Okay. You need the internet,
especially now. Like, people are doing work from home, so.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that internet is no longer a want but a need. I think internet is definitely necessary for abundance of reasons. Work being one of them.
Can't hear you.
Hello.
I can't hear him.
Oh,
Me neither.
Okay. Okay. Can you go ahead and read it for her, please?
oh, we couldn't just hear you like the
Sorry,
last.
Brother Hamza, it look you keep breaking off. We missed a chunk of what you said again.
Oh God. Okay. Something's wrong with my internet. Okay. I was saying that.
What I was saying.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was saying that I would agree with you that the internet is definitely a need in today's society. Is definitely not a want anymore. I think for an abundance of reasons, we for work, for information, all kind of different things is definitely a need. Nafisa said that clothes are a need. Does anybody agree that clothes are a need?
Yeah.
Is it a need or is it a want?
It depends. It depends on the type of clothes. Like certain types of clothes are a need, and certain types of clothes are a want.
Fair, right? And we have to have something on. We can't go into society with no clothes on, right? We have to have something on. But I guess the level of clothing is what goes from a need to a want. Depending, am I spending $100 on a t-shirt? If I am, then that's no longer a need. That's a want, right? If I'm spending $5 or $1 on a t-shirt, then that's a need versus a want, right? Depending on how many clothes I have. Go ahead, use the bathroom. How many clothes I have, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next slide here. Managing your money. Farouk, Mustafa, can you read Managing Your Money for us?
Money is important, but how you spend that money is just as important. You need a certain amount of money in order to buy things you need. It is important to learn how to manage your money and budget for your expenses.
All right, very good. Thank you. And the last slide says top tip. Ways to save money on your expenses can include coupons, sales, thrift shopping, and sticking to your budget. My mom was the queen of this, right? We were we went to the thrift store every chance we got to buy clothes. We only bought things that were on sale. We went to the Dollar Tree to buy anything that we needed. It was all the same in her eyes, right? There's no difference. So just a tip on how to save money in different ways, right? All right, so now let's watch this quick video on needs versus wants real quick, and then we'll get into our group activity here. And Nafisa, I'm gonna share my screen again so you can see this video, Nafisa.
Needs versus wants. Food and water, shelter, clothing, these are our basic needs. But do they really stop there? What do you really need? Do you need a phone? What about a smartphone? Do you need a tablet for school or a computer? Everyone will answer those questions differently because every person has different wants and needs. Just because you really want something, that doesn't mean you need it. So how do you determine what is truly a need and what is just a really big want? Try asking yourself some basic questions. If I didn't have this item, would I still be able to function in life and keep up with my commitments? Or will not having this item severely affect my life in a negative way? For example, if I didn't have a car, getting to work would be a major challenge. But does this mean I need a brand new car? Or will the dependable car I have work? After you've spent some time determining what in your life is a want and what is actually a need, you have to figure out how many of those wants you can actually afford, because there's no way we can afford all the things we want at once. Give them a ranking and start saving.
So we're actually going to do a group activity here, a little bit of group work. What I'm going to do right now before we move on is I'm going to break you guys out into groups. All right, so I'm going to pair you guys. Ooh, it doesn't look like I have the ability to do that. Is there any way? Let me see.
Oh, you mean breakout rooms?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do breakout room, but I don't have ability. I think, Sister Fauza, is there any way that
Yeah,
you're
I'm
able
gonna
to?
make you the host completely,
Okay.
and then you can do that. Oh, let me try to do it here. Hang on. Okay, now you're the host.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and create. Try to move you guys around in a second. Give me 1 second here. Create the rooms, and then I'll move people around. All right, so I'm gonna move. Breakout room 1. Very good. And I'm gonna move you to breakout room number 4. All right. I'm going to open up the rooms, guys, and then I'll be popping into room to room explaining the activity to you guys, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and accept the invite.
Like too much.
Say it again, Umar.
I feel like 900 is too little for all the categories.
So I didn't want to. So we wanted to have a small amount. We didn't want you to start off with a budget of $5,000, $1,000, or $2,000. Just something to kind of get you guys started. So $900 is just something that it seemed like it's a good amount to still play around with. You think it was too little? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
How much money do you think it would take?
It says it. Wait, let me see. It says in college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna spend 900 per month.
Oh, you saying that that's too much? You say you could start off.
No. No, I'm saying that I would spend more than 900.
I don't think so. Not per month. That's a fair amount, right? Think about what your expenses are. What did you put down? Let me open your document up and let's see what you got. What you have.
I'm not done with it yet.
Okay.
You can open up my document.
Who said that?
Me.
Okay, Farouk. Let's see. Let's take a look at Farouk and stop this document. Farouk says. So we'll take a look at that's part 2. We'll take a look at part 2 real quick. And let me share my screen just so you guys can here. So we're looking for down here, and we're scrolling down to part 2. Part 1 is the needs versus the wants and figuring out. You put gym membership as a 3, Farouk?
It's not that important to me.
Wow.
It's just my opinion.
That's sad.
It's my opinion.
All right. So let's take a look at what you have for part 2, discretionary expenses. You put trending clothes. So you're going to $0 towards clothes?
No, it said trendy clothes, right? Not regular clothes, right?
That's fair.
Same thing with non-essential beauty. It didn't say deodorant. It said non-essential.
You're right. You're right. All right. So Hulu subscription of $9. That's fair. Ride sharing or no? This is your $9 here is a.
I didn't know. I had to guess. I tried to search it up, but it was weird. So
you might want one ride might be $9. So you're gonna spend much more than that probably per month on ride sharing, unless you have your own car, which in case then you're gonna have to add gas and insurance, unless your parents are paying for you. Vacation / travel, $100 plus.
I don't know. I'm not an adult. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I want you guys to start thinking about. So next week we're gonna get into the nitty gritty a little bit more in terms of like how much, because you're gonna be actually creating a budget based on things, and you're gonna have to actually look up how much things cost. But a vacation, do you imagine yourself flying somewhere, or do you imagine yourself just getting in a car and driving somewhere?
I usually airplane going to a different country. I don't know.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let you know that $100 is nowhere near. A plane ticket to Nigeria. Do you know how much a plane ticket to Nigeria will cost?
$500 plus probably.
Probably around $1,500.
Oh, no, I don't know this.
Yeah, that's about how much the plane ticket itself costs. About $1,500. And that's not even to mention like paying for additional things, food at the airport, transportation to and from the airport, all that kind of stuff. So if you're riding in a car and maybe $100 is enough for gas, if you want to drive to Florida or something, maybe that's enough for gas. But you're not gonna be able to eat. You're not gonna be able to do anything. That's nowhere near enough. Electronics, $250 per month. What would that $250 a month go to? Is that like for game cards or something?
I'm confused. Is it talking about like the phone bill or like a phone? I'm like, see, I was confused.
It could be a number. It could be this is phone bill. If you're buying game cards for what's that game that people play all the time?
Fortnite
or something like that. Would you have to buy cards very often for that?
Yeah, V-Bucks or something like that.
Yeah, so you gotta include that in it. Anything else that you're paying for in terms of electronics. Out of home entertainment. So you put $0. $0 for out of home entertainment. You're never gonna go to the movies?
No, never.
Go
Especially what's going on
bowling?
now.
Really? Well, yeah, that's true. But eventually, when things open back up, I mean, you're gonna want to go out eventually, right? Go somewhere, see a movie, do something, and then
Yeah.
and then and then I like the idea of you giving back contribution to family or giving money to family. That's always good per month, right? Help out the people who helped you, so that's always good. So this is a far under what you actually would pay.
Again,
Again, yeah, your ride sharing would be higher, vacations would be higher, electronics would probably be higher, out of home entertainment would be higher. So, but good try at the beginning. That's awesome. So, guys, we are again next week. We're gonna continue. I don't want to hold you guys. We're already over time
yeah.
now, but next week we're actually gonna get a little bit more nitty gritty based on our salary. So I have a little homework for you guys to do between now and next week. Can everybody hear me? Go ahead and turn your cameras on real quick. Make sure everybody's tracking. All right. So between now and next week, I want you guys to think about a job, a profession that you would be interested in doing. Whether that be a I don't know, electrical engineer, whether it be a janitor, whether that be a cab driver, a Walmart worker, a doctor, a electrician, whatever the case may be. I want you guys to think about. Give me 3 different professions that you may be interested in. To work in the future. All right, I'm gonna create a Google Doc for you guys to type those 3 answers in. Sometime I'll create it today, but you guys have till before next class to make sure you type those three jobs or professions that you guys are interested in by next week. You guys understand? Thumbs up if you understand what I asked you to do. Thank you, Abdul Farouk, Kamaru. Thank you, Umar. Thank you, Nafisa.
Is that it?
Thank you, Ajibola.
Is that it?
Sorry, really quickly, Assalamu alaikum, guys. Really quickly, before Brother Hamza let y'all go, please expect to get a quick survey from the AFIA project between now and the next class. Okay, please do respond to it. It should be something that takes only maybe 5 minutes of your time, even if that. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Brother Hamza.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so just make sure you guys have an idea of 3 professions that you might be interested in for next class. That's what we're going to base our work off of, okay? Everybody understand? Mohammed, Bryant, Yusuf, you guys understand? Mohammed, A, Issa? You guys got it? All right, sound like, and thank you guys for coming today. Thank you guys for being on time. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.